Good day, everyone. Our topic is all about basics of electricity. So here are the definitions. Electricity, energy used to run household appliances and industrial machinery. Can produce light, sound, heat, and numerous other uses. Current, flow of electricity through a circuit, either AC or DC. So let's talk about AC, or the alternating current. It is the electric current reversing its direction of flow at regular intervals. And DC, or the direct current. It is an electric current flowing in one direction. This type of current is commonly found in industries. So ampere. It is the unit used in measuring intensity of flow of electricity. Volt. It is the unit measuring electrical pressure of force known as electromotive force. Watt. It is the unit of electric power. Next is the circuit. Circuit is a flow of electricity through two or more wires from the supply source to one or more outlets and back to the source. Circuit breaker. It is a safety device used to break the flow of electricity by opening the circuit automatically in the event of overloading, or used to open or close it manually. Short circuit. It is breaking the flow of electricity due to overcurrent resulting from a fault of negligible impedance between live conductors having a difference in potential under normal operating conditions. Conductor. It is any substance capable of conveying an electric current in the home. Copper wire is usually used. Bare conductor. Wire or cable with no insulation or covering. Covered conductor. Wire or cable covered with one or more layers of insulations. Fuse. Safely device that cut off the flow of electricity when the current flowing through the fuse exceeds its rated capacity. Ground. To connect with the earth as to ground an electric wire directly to the earth or indirectly through a water pipe or some other conductor. Conductor gauge. It's a numerical system used to label electric conductor sizes given in American wire gauge, or AWG, or square millimeters diameter. Wires. Conductors carrying the electric current or power to the load, usually it's black or red. Cable. Conductors insulated from one another. Service. Conductor and equipment for delivering energy from the electric supply system to the wiring system of the premises. Service drop. Overhead service connectors from the last pole or other aerial support to the including the supply system. If any, connecting to the service entrance conductor at a building or other structure. Insulator. It is a material that will not permit the passage of electricity. Neutral wire. Third wire. In a three-wire distribution circuit, it is usually white or light gray and is connected to the ground. Service panel is the main panel or cabinet through which electricity is brought to building and distributed. It contains the main disconnecting switch and fuses or circuit breakers. Voltage drop. It is a voltage loss when wires carry current. The longer the cord, the greater the voltage drop. Impedance. It is a measure of the complex resistive and reactive attributes of a component in an electric current circuit. Frequency. It's the number of periods per unit time stated in cycle per second or hertz. Lastly, the resistance. It restricts the flow of current. The unit of resistance is ohm. So the more resistance, the less current flow. Thank you. Now, I will give the time to Mr. Abadie.
The flow of electricity. We all know that electricity has a major impact to the society, or to the world rather. We use electricity more often. Electricity is usually generated by a generator that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. It is then run through a transformer where voltage is increased to increase the efficiency of power transmission over long distance. This high transmission voltage then step down to normal 110 or 220 volts household rating. The electricity is then transmitted to the house by a series of wires called service trap. In areas where the electric wiring is underground, the wires leading to the building are buried in the ground. In order for electric current to flow, it must travel from a higher to a lower potential voltage. Current will flow between the hot wires and a neutral or ground wires. Voltage is a measure of the force at which electricity is delivered. It is similar to pressure in a water supply system. Current is a quantity of flow of electricity, while watt is a measure of how much power is flowing. Earth serves as a very effective conductor in power transmission. One lead of the generator is connected to the ground, which serves as a conductor. Only hot wires are carried by the transmission towers. At any house or any point where the electricity to be used, the circuit is completed by another connection to ground. The ground. Ground can be seen at the power pole that contains the step-down transformer. Every building is required to have an independent ground called a system ground. It provides limited voltage upon the circuit, which might occur through exposure to lightning or due to normal voltage. It will protect the electrical system itself and offer limited protection to the user. It should be a continuous wire or low resistance, and sufficient size to conduct current safely from lightning and overloads. Uses of electricity. First, light. It involves lamps and bulbs. Second, sound. It involves radio, buzzer, and horns. Third, rotary motion. It involves motor and starters. Fourth, linear motion. It involves electromagnet and solenoid. Fifth, heat. It involves water heater and electric tubes. And lastly, the power. It involves household appliances and factory machinery. And thank you for listening. Have a good day.